What's up, everyone? In this video, we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk about how I became a profitable sports bettor, kind of my own personal journey. Most of my videos are just related to educational content, but this is going to be a little bit more personal and a little bit more of my journey, how I started, and where I'm hoping to go with sports betting. So I'll bring you back to the beginning. I've been sports betting for about a year and a half now because that's when it became legal in Massachusetts. So it was March of 2022, I believe, where sports betting was launched in Massachusetts. And before I obviously knew sports betting was going to launch, months leading up to it, they passed all the laws. So it was ready to go. So I knew to myself that I needed to find a way to make money sports betting because I personally love betting and I love sports. So I knew that I was going to be risking a lot of money over the course of probably my lifetime. So I knew if I didn't actually make money, then I would end up just losing so much. So that was like my mindset going into the launch of sports betting. So I started going on YouTube and just searching all types of ways to make money sports betting. And I just kept coming across with the same strategy called positive EV betting. And now at the time, there was a website called Oddsjam that was really leading the field when it came to content creation and just promoting their product. So immediately I saw people talking about positive EV betting, talking about using Oddsjam. So I started there. And after a couple months, I was making good money. It was kind of an expensive product, and I only had $2,000 to start. So I started with, at the time, the service was $199. So it was like 10% of my bankroll that I had to cover every month just to break even, which I was worried about to start. But I was just excited about the process. I understood the concepts from months of studying before it launched, and I just trusted that it was going to work, and I wanted to really commit myself to this. So I dove right in. I paid the money, which was a lot for me at the time, and it's paid off significantly. So with that mindset, I was trying to just arbitrage a little bit, which is guaranteeing yourself a profit by betting both sides of the line. And Oddsjam has a great tool to do that. So I used Oddsjam arbitrage tool to make like $5 to $10 a day, basically just to cover the cost of my subscription. And then I would find positive EV bets the rest of the day. Like I said, I started with a $2,000 bankroll, so I was betting $10 to $20, sometimes $30 a play, and I was so committed to this. I had a spreadsheet of all my books, all the account balances. Every day I would write them down, how much I won and lost in those books. That's before I discovered the app Picket, which does it all for you. But anyway, I had this big spreadsheet of all handwritten stuff on it. I would wake up every morning before work, an hour or two. I would find a bunch of sports bets. I would write down my sports betting balances, and I was just really committed to it. So I stuck with Oddsjam in that process for a few more months. So it was probably 3-4 months in, and I was starting to make some real money, probably a couple of grand every month. And then I upgraded myself to the Oddsjam Platinum plan, and this was a big jump. It only costed me extra couple $100 a month. They advertised it at the time for $1,000, but this gave me access to a lot more information than I had before, and I was already making money before. So with the Oddsjam Platinum plan, I ended up having access to line movement and access to Bookmaker and Circa, which are some of the sharpest books. So it's a great way to compare their lines to the rest of the market and find value. I essentially learned very quickly that using the line movement was like the key to my success. I ended up, especially on FanDuel, I kind of was down with FanDuel for close to 6 months straight. And then once I bought the Platinum plan and discovered line movement, I was able to beat FanDuel and make a ton of money. Around the same time, I built my own free Discord, which was just my kind of attempt to reach out to other sports bettors and to draw them in so we could have these conversations and we could bounce ideas off each other and try to make money. I was new to this. I didn't have anyone else that was doing it. So I tried bringing in a bunch of people, and I grew a good community of 300 to 400 people that were all just so helpful with each other. It was a free Discord. Definitely one of the best things I ever did. And then around that time, I also started my YouTube channel. If you go back then, I was mostly promoting Oddsjam, and because that was like the main tool I was using at the time. But after about 6 months, probably when I hit that like $10,000-$15,000 mark of profits, I started using other resources like Outlier, and Optimal was another one, positive EV service. And I think there is this good time to make a good point that there are great positive EV services out there, but there's not one service that does it all. So I think once you grow as a positive EV bettor, you will probably end up having multiple services at the same time. So fast forward probably 6 months. Like I said, I was starting to make $10,000, $15,000. I started to get limited on all these books. And I was always afraid that if I got limited down to such low numbers, that profitable sports betting or finding sports bets just wouldn't be worth it for me. So my goal kind of going forward from that time that it kind of first clicked with me, because I loved sports betting so much that I wanted to do this long term, whether it was being a part of a community, helping other people find bets. That was part of the reason I made the Discord in the first place and started a YouTube channel. My goal has always been to stay in the community, and that kind of flipped the switch for me when I got limited and realized, hey, maybe if I can only be betting $10, $20 a play going forward, this isn't going to be worth my time. So my goal was to create something with a community and help other people do it. Obviously, fully transparent, the goal is to make money doing that. So what I ended up doing was trying to grow my YouTube channel and my Picket account, just sharing my experiences, trying to be transparent with you guys. And on Picket, I grind it every day. If you know me on Picket, I have over 4,000 followers now, but I would just go in there every day, post my plays, explain why I liked them, and I had the results to back it. That's the great thing with Picket, is you can weed through the people that actually make money sports betting, because Picket tracks everything. There's no way around it. So if you go into someone's Picket account and you don't see their all-time stats listed, it's because they're not making money. So Picket was just a great opportunity to me to reach the public and show them that I was making money sports betting. I was getting them to join my free Discord, getting them to check out my YouTube channel, and kind of just building up a good base. Now, about a year in, I started to really make money. I think I made $25,000 my first year, and my Picket was starting to grow. I had 1,000 or 2,000 followers, and I noticed that there was a couple other good guys on Picket that were making money and they had a good following. One guy was Jay's Plays, and the other one was Mathwins. You might know both of them from Picket. So I started reaching out to these guys just to have conversations with them, and I pitched them this idea of, hey, let's build a paid Discord, because we all had our own individual free Discords at the time. I said, let's bring them together, make a paid Discord, and give our customers a good product in a way that they can make money. So that's when we built the SharpMoney Discord. We have one of the best APIs out there. So we're pulling data from, some of the best sources. We have Bookmaker, Circa, Pinnacle Odds, along with, 25 retail books. So we paid for an extremely good API. And with the knowledge of all three of us together, we had meetings to come up with how we were going to devig certain markets and certain lines. And we created the business, SharpMoney Discord. I think for myself, Jay, and Jeff, we can all say it was kind of crazy that we built a business and starting a company without even ever meeting each other. There was a lot of Zoom calls, tons of texting. We would probably text each other 100 times a day. We're always bouncing ideas off of each other. And so we built this business together, the SharpMoney Discord, and it was kind of this is my long-term goal, is to do this full-time one day. So I have a Discord, SharpMoney, there's a few hundred members now. So we're finally starting to make money, but right now we've been just rolling over every single dollar we make back into the product. We haven't took a single dollar out yet. So we're just trying to build something so good. And the community there is also great. We've taught a lot of new bettors how to make money, and they've done really well. Now that they've been around for a few months, they are also helping the other new members out. So that's kind of my goal with the Discord. We're trying to grow that to one day maybe quit my job. But essentially, now that we're a year and a half in, I've made over $50,000 sports betting. And that's just unbelievable. That's a full-time job for a lot of people. $50,000 is a lot of money. And like I said, I only started with $2,000. I never thought I would get to this point. And some of you might know, in the last month, I started working for Outlier.bet, which is another EV platform, making content for them. And that was another big stepping stone for me, where I can actually start getting paid a little bit of money to make content that I was already making, doing live streams and things like that. That's just really big for me. So right now it's pretty crazy. I have a full-time job. I'm working part-time for Outlier. I'm basically working full-time for the Discord when it comes to upgrades, talking to the people. And then I have a full-time job on top of that with 2 kids and a wife. So I'm like crazy busy right now, but this is such a big opportunity for me personally that I can't let it go, and I'm going to take advantage of it every way I can. I just wanted to give you guys a little update about the personal stuff that I had going on. Just wrapping it up, I'm telling you that what I did wasn't impossible. I was basically a construction worker. I had a lot of construction jobs. I liked math. I liked science. I liked sports betting. So it all kind of meshed together perfectly. And I committed myself. Like, I was waking up early every day betting. I was staying up late finding bets. If my kids woke up at 2 a.m. To eat, I would be finding bets on my phone while I was feeding them. Like, it's just a constant grind to where I got to, and just continuing to educate yourself. That's the main thing. If you aren't focused, or if you're not really interested in sports betting and learning the concepts, it's just not going to work for you, to be honest. So you have to be, dedicated to this yourself, and just love the concepts, because I could explain these sports betting concepts to my friends, and they might think it's cool, but if they don't find their own interest in it, they're just not going to grow. It just won't work for them because they're not fully committed. But hope you guys like this video. Like I said, it's just a little update on how I got to this point right now, and hopefully where I'm going. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Check out some of my other videos I made. This is how I make money sports betting, and this is kind of the idea behind the SharpMoney Discord. So check that out. Let's go make some money.